All right, let's dive into a story that starts out simple enough. A personal mission, a son just trying to find his lost father. But as these things often do, this little quest, it quickly spirals into something so much bigger. We're talking threats that could unravel their entire world, forcing this small band of heroes to step up and fight for everyone. So that really brings us to the core question of this whole thing, right? What happens when your personal quest, your mission, suddenly gets completely steamrolled by a world-ending crisis? We're going to see exactly how a search for one person gets tangled up in a fight for, well, pretty much everyone. Okay, so the whole journey kicks off with a pretty classic goal, a really noble one. You've got Cedric Featherstep, and he is laser focused on finding his dad, Henrik. The last anyone saw of him, he was heading into the super ominous sounding Amber Bear Caves. It has all the makings of a straightforward adventure, right? But believe me, the path they're about to walk is anything but simple. So, who's on this quest? Let's meet the team. You've got Cedric, our main guy. He's a druid, so he's all about that nature magic. Then there's Talinor, an elven ranger who's a master tracker. And he's got his wolf, Phelan, right by his side. Super cool. We also have Thane, a blue-skinned Air Genasi bard, a storyteller. And for muscle, two incredible samurai, Okazaki and Roberto. To top it all off, Calypso, a seriously powerful elven wizard. I mean, that is a heck of a lineup. But the big question is it going to be enough for what's coming? All right, so the party's all together. What's the first logical step? You go to the king, right? You ask for help, supplies, maybe a few soldiers to back you up. They're probably thinking this is a sure thing. Well, instead, they get a big, cold slap of reality. And boom, here is our first major plot twist. King Randor tells them Henrik isn't lost in some cave. Not at all. He actually made it to Hammerdeep, the legendary secret kingdom of the dwarves. And that's amazing news, right? Well, it comes with a massive catch. The king says, sorry, can't help you. No support, no aid, nothing. He basically tells them, you're free to go, but you are completely on your own. And this line from the king, man, it just sums it all up, doesn't it? Freedom was a privilege, yes, but one weighed with peril. He's not just being a jerk, he's laying down a hard truth about their world. Sure, you're free to do what you want, but that freedom comes with some serious weight, some real danger. And just like that, the stakes for this little personal quest just got jacked way, way up. Okay, so the king's a bust. No help there. So the party has to look for help somewhere else. And they go for a more mystical route. They find someone named Ravina Solstice. She's a former crystal keeper, and get this, not only did she know Cedric's father, but she seems to have a handle on the much bigger, scarier things that are going on. Now, Ravana can't actually join them herself. She's got her own duties protecting the Crystal Palace, but she does give them two absolutely critical warnings. First, there's this shadowy organization called the Dark Lotus, and they've been quietly creeping into power all year. And second, and this is the really big one, the veils between different worlds, the actual barriers of reality, are getting weaker. That's causing all sorts of instability. She doesn't just send them off with a good luck, though. She gives them some stuff from her own adventuring days. Practical things. A spyglass, a good mirror, some goggles. It's not like she's handing out epic magical swords. These are the tools of someone who has actually been out there and survived. It shows she knows exactly what they're up against. But her best gift, the most crucial one, is this. A shield spell gem. And she magically sets it right into Cedric's bracers. This little thing can create a shield out of pure force. In a world that's getting more dangerous by the second, a rare piece of defensive magic like this, well, it might be the one thing that keeps Cedric alive. So with these huge cosmic warnings ringing in their ears and a few pieces of gear, the party starts heading home to their village, Apfeldern. You'd think this would be the comforting part of the journey, right? Going back to a familiar place. But it's not. The whole trip just feels tense, like that deep, quiet moment right before a massive storm hits. And the creepy vibes just keep coming, even before they really get going. They're in a tavern, and they start hearing these stories about cloakers. They're supposed to be these bizarre, silent predators that move like shadows in the mountains. And you have to wonder, right? Are these just spooky campfire stories? Or is this a sign of that thinning veil Ravenna was talking about? I mean, when people are reporting screams in the night, something is definitely wrong. And once they're actually on the road, that feeling of dread, it just gets deeper. The whole wilderness is just silent, like unnaturally silent. No birds singing, no wind, just this heavy, quiet stillness that makes you feel like something is about to jump out at any second. So the tension is just building and building, and then it breaks. But not how you'd expect. There's no ambush. Instead, they walk into Apfeldern and find a party. The annual festival is in full swing. The town is alive with music and celebration. It's such a whiplash moment, going from that dead silent forest to this. And for a second, everything feels normal, even joyful. Okazaki, the stoic samurai, enters a little fisticuffs tournament and just calmly wins his first match. It's this perfect, shining moment where you think, okay, maybe we were just being paranoid. For a brief second, it really feels like they're home. They're safe. Yeah, about that feeling of safety, it was a total illusion. And it is about to be absolutely shattered, because the Gnolls are at the gates. That perfect, peaceful moment, it was just that, a moment. And then it was gone. All of a sudden, the music and laughter are just drowned out, replaced by screams, the sounds of pure terror slicing right through that festival atmosphere. And then everyone sees what's causing it. A small army of Gnolls. These vicious hyena-like creatures are pouring into the village, teeth bared, eyes blazing. They aren't just here to steal a few things and run. They are here to destroy. In an instant, the festival grounds are a battlefield. Their home, the place they came back to for safety, is now a war zone. And that original mission, the search for one man, it's completely gone, totally forgotten, replaced by a brutal, desperate fight for the lives of everyone in the village. So everything has been flipped completely on its head. That personal quest is ancient history now, replaced by this sudden, brutal siege. And that leaves us right on the edge, with one massive question hanging in the air. With their home under attack by an army, can this small group of adventurers actually turn the tide of a whole war?